Hi and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. If you are new and you like makeup, beauty, hair or hauls, then please consider subscribing. So for today's video, I'm going to be showing you the Dr. Pen Ultima M8 version. So this is a microneedling pen. So microneedling at home has got really popular lately, and I totally understand why. It's actually something that I've been using for some years now. I'm actually trained to do it. Because my background, I used to have a salon. I've got 20 years experience in beauty therapy. I have used other brands in the past, and to be honest with you, I think they're all absolutely fantastic. This one, however, is probably a bit more of an upgrade, I would say, on the ones that I've used previously. So this Dr. Pen device claims to be the most powerful, effective microneedling skincare device used widely by dermatologists. It helps to remove all of your skin problems at a fraction of the cost of a clinical treatment. So the idea of this is that obviously it's an at-home treatment. You've got this pen now. All you need to do is keep topping up the microneedling heads as and when you need to. So yes, it will be much, much cheaper than a clinical treatment. The only thing I'll say about doing it at home is make sure you do it correctly and very cleanly. When it comes to doing a treatment like this, hygiene is absolute key. It really is. I can't stress that enough. You are penetrating your skin with tiny, tiny little needles. So you need to make sure that your hands, your skin, everything that you use, everything around you is perfectly clean and sterile. When I do a treatment like this, I tend to, I've got it here actually because I use it all the time anyway. I'm a little bit OCD, to be honest. So I use the antibacterial spray. This one here is from Ineos, and it's a hospital spray. So I just spray all of my worktops around me, my hands, everything, just to make sure that, you know, there's no kind of like nasties really that can interfere with the treatment. So this is the Dr. Pen M8 in this little box here. I absolutely love this little box. It's a really nice way of presenting it. And inside we open it up. And in the top here, we have our pen, and then opening up this section again here, it's like a little vanity case. We have our accessories in here. So you'll get two of the heads, so two of the needling heads. You'll get a charger, and you'll also get your plug. And at the moment, they're also doing a deal where you get 10 of the 16 pin needling heads for free. And these alone are worth £40 or $39.95. And then I also got a bottle of hyaluronic acid serum as well. So the pen is here, and it's a really good quality device. It's quite weighty, which, you know, to me always says it's good quality. You know, it's not like thin plastic or anything like that. It's a really good quality device. So we also have here, so we can rotate this, and what this does is it actually changes the height of the individual pins or needles. So you can actually go with this from 0 up to 2.5. Now I usually use, or I have used in the past, 0.5. So yeah, I mean, it's completely up to you. Different areas of the face require different lengths anyway, because obviously there's different depths to the skin, and places like the nose, for example, it's quite bony. So you don't want to go too far in, and the forehead as well. The chin is a really sensitive area for me as well. So yeah, but again, you know, it's quite bony underneath. Whereas the cheeks, obviously they're quite fleshy. So you can afford to go a little bit deeper on certain areas. So this is also a wireless version, which is really handy. Obviously it does have the charging cable, so you can charge it up as and when you need to as well. There are 6 speed levels to this too. So as I said before, I've only used like the little manual ones. So yeah, this actually has speed levels to it. And what that will do is it will help to like pump the needles into the skin, if you know what I mean. So you turn it on, and I can't really show you because it's so tiny, but this kind of like goes up and down, if you know what I mean. So rather than you having to sit there and constantly do it, this will do it for you. And you can go up to a level 6, which is, you know, really quite quick. So if I just turn it on for you now, so you can see it will start off at level 1, which is what I've been using, but then you can go right up 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and you can go right up to a level 6 if you want to. And it actually goes from 8,000 being level 1 right up to 15,000, which will be your level 6. So the pro of using a microneedling pen is that your skin has a barrier on it. So it doesn't matter what products that you use on there, they'll only go a certain depth into the skin because the barrier is there to try and protect your skin. So anything that you're going to put onto your skin, it is going to think that it's like some kind of foreign object, and the barrier will try and repel it to a certain level. So microneedling is really good because basically you'll be penetrating that barrier, which will allow absorption of your skincare further. It actually increases the absorption of skincare by 540%, which is, you know, a pretty whopping amount, to be quite honest with you. So the skin conditions that this claims to help with are scars and marks, wrinkle and fine lines, marks and pores, deep pits and spots, bad texture and hair loss. And by using the pen, it claims to give you healthy and rejuvenated skin, boosted collagen, hydrated and glowing skin, end of hair loss problem, reduced wrinkles and scars, and no more marks and pots. So a lot of those skin concerns, obviously I don't personally have, but what I do have is large pores. I have some wrinkles, especially on my forehead. I do like to pull expressions. And obviously I have some fine lines. I'm 43 now, so it's going to happen. To be honest with you, the wrinkles and the fine lines, I'm not so bothered about because, you know, I am 43, it's going to happen, as I say. The large pores, though, I am quite self-conscious of, and I know, again, that's something that happens with age as your skin loses elasticity. However, you know, I do a lot of videos where I'm really close up to the camera for skincare, makeup, and personally, it's just something I'm self-conscious of. It's something that I would like to reduce if I can. So let's have a look at me using the pen in action. So taking my Dr. Pen M8 device, and we're going to be using the 18 needle pins. And there are different ones that you can get. So starting off with my sanitizer spray, I'm going to go all over my hands with that. I've already done the other areas I mentioned before. The little needles come individually sealed, so they are for one-time use. But as I say, you can buy them as and when you need to. So popping it onto the pen to start off with, you just kind of twist and click, and then you take off the little sanitary bit on the top. And then the needles are all in here. So as I say, you can set it to different heights. So I'm going to start off at 0.5 because I'm going to be starting off on the cheek area. And then on the rest of the face, I'll move on to 0.25. Next, we need to set our speed setting. So as I say, it goes from 1 to 6. I'm going to be doing 1. And then starting off on the cheek area. So I go in rows. So you kind of work from the bottom up to the top of the cheek, but then you don't go quite as high as the eye contour. Well, I don't anyway, because when I get to that area, I change the height setting to a lower setting. So as you can see, it does go a little bit red. That is perfectly normal. Don't worry, it doesn't mean you've got an allergy. Well, hopefully not, or anything like that. It just means that you're penetrating the skin, so it will go a bit red. Although I will say that it does go down pretty quickly as well. So changing over to 0.25 now. As I say, I'm just going to go around that eye contour area, not too high, just kind of where the puffiness ends, and just go along there, just in one row, and then go down the bridge of the nose and the sides. Yeah, this can be quite pinchy. It does make my eyes water doing this area. As I said, anywhere that's kind of like quite bony, it can feel quite, you can feel the pinch, if you know what I mean. And then I'm going to do just over the top of my lip here. This can be quite a sensitive area as well. So can the forehead, to be honest. But I like to do just in the middle here where my glabella lines are. I like to do that area. And then I go ahead and do both sides of the forehead usually, but I'm showing you side by side. So this is how it looks after doing just the one side. So it does look quite red, but when you see it at the end, you'll see it dies down so quickly. It's nothing to be afraid of. So I'm just going to go ahead and repeat exactly the same thing on the other side before moving on to the chin. I like to leave the chin till last because, to be honest, it's the area that I dread the most. So I kind of leave it till last and just do it and get it out the way. And then once that's all done, I just turn off the device, remove the little pin head and dispose of it. So I pop it in a little bag and then I put it in the bin. And now we're going to move on to the hyaluronic acid. So I'm doing this before I do the rest of my skincare. And just patting that into the skin, it soaks in so quickly. It really does. You can definitely tell the difference between doing this after this treatment and not doing it with the treatment at all. It literally just soaks in like a sponge, which is great. And this is directly after the treatment, so you can see the redness is virtually gone now. I would personally do this and not put any makeup on afterwards, just your usual skincare, and that's it. So yeah, there we go. There's my little demo review of the Dr. Pen. So I've only used the Dr. Pen a few times. I've been using it kind of once, I would say once every 1.5 weeks. And yeah, but as I say, I have been using microneedling now for years actually, and absolutely love it. It's the first time I've used it, this particular model though. And over the past few weeks, I have really noticed an improvement in my skin. Yeah, I've been using it alongside other things as well. But all in all, I have noticed such a difference in my skin. I really have. I love the fact that after using it, you can literally feel your skincare soaking into your skin. It's weird. It's like normally I do my skincare routine, you know, and it feels good. It really does. But after using this and then doing my skincare as well, it's just like, yeah, it accelerates everything. It just feels so much better. And as I say, you literally feel the skincare working differently than if you're not using this. So yeah, I would actually say that this is a brilliant buy. I really would. It's a great little investment, and I actually think it's a really reasonable price for what you get. And if the Dr. Pen doesn't work out for you, you know, if you don't get along with it, then you do have the insurance of them offering a 30-day money back guarantee on it as well, which I always think is a really good thing, because, you know, they wouldn't back it like that if you know, they didn't have faith in it. So as always, I will link the product in the description box below for you, along with, I think I've got a discount code as well, so I'll pop that down there if I have. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, and I'd really appreciate it. It'd mean the absolute world to me if you did enjoy watching this video and you would like to see more content from me in the future, and you would like to subscribe to my channel. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye! Thank you.